Welcome in, Crack fans, to our Redzone coverage of a top 5 men's college tennis matchup happening today in the college tennis world. It's number 5 Ohio State hosting the top-ranked University of Tennessee. Of course, I'm Alex Gruskin, and we are so excited here at Cracked Racquets to be able to broadcast a top 5 college tennis match. And guess what, folks? This is one of many matches we have planned on our broadcast schedule.
Hosting. Okay, we're going to try this again. Sorry, this is my first time hosting this broadcast, and so there may be some technical difficulties as I both steer the ship and comment on the match. But welcome in to another edition of the Cracked Racquets ITA Redzone broadcast. My name is Daniel Westhoff, and hopefully you can hear me this time. If you're wondering where your normal host Alex Gruskin is, well, it's a busy weekend here at Cracked Racquets for our team. He's up in Cleveland at the 2022 Cleveland Challenger, where he has some emceeing and hosting responsibilities. He will, however, be stopping in throughout our broadcast to give us his thoughts as we focus on today's top 5 matchup between teams Tennessee and Ohio State. So to get the show started, let's kick it over to Cleveland and get Gruskin's initial thoughts on the match.
Welcome in, Crack fans, to our Redzone coverage of a top 5 men's college tennis matchup happening today in the college tennis world. It's number 5 Ohio State hosting the top-ranked University of Tennessee. Of course, I'm Alex Gruskin, and we are so excited here at Cracked Racquets to be able to broadcast a top 5 college tennis match. And guess what, folks? This is one of many matches we have planned on our broadcast schedule throughout the course of this 2022 college tennis season. Hopefully, all of you tuning in today also tune in to our newest show on our Cracked Racquets YouTube channel. It's called The Deciding Point. It's going to be held twice a week, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Myself and our Cracked Racquets team of experts going to recap all of the action happening across the college tennis world. Of course, this week we focused on recapping the ITA kickoff weekend action. If you missed either of those episodes, you can find them both here on our Cracked Racquets YouTube channel, or you can find the podcast wherever you listen to the Great Shot podcast feed. But enough with the plugs. Let's talk about the top 5 matchup we have on our hands. Again, number 5 Ohio State hosting the University of Tennessee in Columbus. Of course, all of us were concerned that this match may not have ended up happening. There was a winter storm here over the past couple of days in the Midwest. We saw multiple matches get canceled. Think UVA traveling to Kentucky. Think Duke, University of North Carolina, both supposed to head to Illinois this weekend. Neither team able to do so now. But thankfully for college tennis fans, Tennessee able to make the trip to Columbus. We have a top 5 matchup on our hands today. And how did these two teams end up in the top 5 of the rankings to this point? Well, certainly you would say for the University of Tennessee, they're the unequivocal and unanimous number 1 right now. They're number 1 in the USTA Tennis Channel poll. They're number 1 by the ITA coaches poll. They're number 1 in our Cracked Racquets poll right now as well. And that's on the strength of a couple of exceptional wins for the team this season. They go to TCU on the road, first match of the year on the road, and they knock off the Horned Frogs 4-3 in Fort Worth. Of course, for Tennessee in that match, they drop the doubles point, not something we thought they'd do perhaps at all this season, but they struggled, dropped the doubles point, yet still managed to find 4 singles victories, despite the fact that they were missing Martin Prada, one of their returning starters from last season, as well as still the absence of new transfer Blaise Bicknell from their lineup. And that victory, a testament to the depth, experience, and talent of the roster Coach Woodruff, Coach Mackay bring back to Tennessee this season. Of course, starts up top. When you bring back someone, like Adam Walton, the senior, who's seen just about everything there is to see in college tennis. Obviously, he was at that number 1 single spot last year, was an all SEC season for him at the top of the lineup. You bring him back at number 1. You're not going to find a more experienced player in the country. You bring back last year's superstar freshman, now surging sophomore, Johannes Monday, who's yet to drop a set in his matches at the number 2 single spot for Tennessee on the season. You feel pretty good about that top 2 going up against just about anyone. But of course, what this Tennessee team prides itself on and what it believes can separate itself and push it a step further from its result last season. And of course, for those of you who don't know, Tennessee national semifinalists last year, SEC tournament champions. There's only really one place to go if you're trying to take a step up from that. But this Tennessee team does believe it has the talent, it has the experience, it has the chemistry needed to make a national championship run this season. And nothing we've seen from them thus far proves otherwise. Of course, you look at some of the newcomers to their roster. We've seen Emil Hudd, who has provided a rock solid point for the Volunteers in the bottom half of their singles lineup. And of course, he partners with fellow newcomer Shinsuke Mitsui to form arguably a top 5 doubles team in the country. Of course, the ultimate luxury for these Tennessee Volunteers is that they don't have to worry about the fact that, that number 5 team, do we need those 2 newcomers to be playing number 1 doubles? The answer is they don't, because they have the defending NCAA doubles champions on the roster in Pat Harper, in Adam Walton, both those guys back on the job here for the Volunteers. Now, again, for this Tennessee team, they dropped the doubles point at TCU. They also earned a 4-3 victory at home over a Wake Forest team where they dropped the doubles point in that match as well. And that's why it was particularly pleasing, if you're a Tennessee fan, to see the team dominate in doubles the way they did on the ITA kickoff weekend Monday and Prada back at that number 3 spot. Of course, Hudd and Mitsui dominant at the number 2 spot, and then Walton, Harper seeming to find their form finally up at line number 1. Team's got options across the board. Of course, I mentioned him already. Freshman Shinsuke Mitsui has taken college tennis by storm. And you know it when you see it if you follow college tennis long enough. The freshmen who just have that it factor, they play at the speed, they have the energy that just thrives so immediately in the college tennis universe. Mitsui's got that in spades, just a ball of excitement. Think, White Goodman looking at the hot dog in dodgeball. Just that's as excited as Mitsui gets looking at each and every opportunity to compete for this University of Tennessee team. And again, hand in a glove in college tennis. He's lost just the 2 matches in doubles and has been so solid for them. Has yet to lose a match at the bottom of the lineup for this Tennessee team. Again, Walton, Monday. I already mentioned Martin Prado, who's working his way back to health. We saw him be successful at that number 3 spot for Tennessee last season. You bring him back. Of course, you've got Mitsui, you've got Hudd as a couple of obvious newcomers. You've got Angel Diaz, the newcomer from UTA, who clinched the match against TCU and has, in a pinch, provided options for Coach Woodruff, Coach Mackay at that number 4, number 5, number 6 position. We saw Pat Harper return to health, play some singles, get some singles action in their kickoff weekend play. And so, again, this team has choices at the bottom of their lineup. Mark Wallner in the mix as well. Freshman Connor Gannon in the mix as well. Of course, looming over all of it, will Blaze Bicknell become eligible at any point here in the 2022 season? If he does, this Tennessee team, which is already the unanimous number 1 right now in the country, gets that much better. And if Bicknell's in the mix, hard to pick anyone else but the Volunteers going into May as the NCAA champions. But I'll tell you what, we're going to get a serious litmus test once again for these number 1 ranked Volunteers as they head to Columbus, where, as my colleague Chris Halioris so adequately put last season, unless it's match number 1 coming off of COVID, or unless you have Alex Galea on your roster, you're not going to beat the Buckeyes in Columbus. They've lost like 2 matches in 20 years with Ty Tucker at the helm in Columbus. Of course, last year they open up the building. They're knocked off in kickoff weekend by the University of Virginia, but they played with some fire in the kickoff weekend this year, having to travel to North Carolina, dominating the Tar Heels with a 4-0 victory. And having seen the Buckeyes play in person this year when they went to Illinois, dominated the Illini 4-0 as well, the Buckeyes have it. Like, you're looking for the recipe. How do we win a national championship? Well, obviously you start with the doubles point, right? The margin's so thin between all of these teams. If you can take a 1-0 lead, the relieved burden of having to find only 3 singles wins instead of 4, that makes the biggest difference in the world when the margins are this thin. And simply put, the Buckeyes should not drop doubles points this year either. You look for them, number 1 undefeated team in the country in Robert Cash, Mate Votzel. They win the ITA All-American. They win the ITA Fall National Championships. Somehow Coach Ty Tucker had them playing the number 2 doubles position during the kickoff weekend, which another coup pulled off by Coach Tucker. That's why he is who he is. But I mean, they're your number 1 team in the country pretty unequivocal right now. And of course, for Robbie Cash, this is another doubles partner for him. And I believe for Vogtsel as well, for both of them, they've been number one in the country in college doubles before with separate partners. Now they just do it again together. And you look at this team, whether it's Cash cleaning things up at the net, the heaviness of that forehand and the serve for Vogtsel, they just pair extraordinarily well. And again, they've yet to drop a match this year. Buckeyes feel like you've got one set in the bag almost from the start with that duo of Cash and Vogtsel. Of course, Trotter, Boulay, the number 2 doubles team, played number 1 last weekend. They were ITA All-American finalists and I believe consolation champions at the Fall National Championships. They've lost 1, maybe 2 matches together as a duo here this season. And of course, they've played together over the years as well. You're not going to find a partnership more versed with one another, 2 players who understand each other through and through than Trotter and Boulay. And then, of course, they've got talent at the number 3 doubles spot. Kingsley, Tracy, you feel like in a singles match, they're probably both going to beat whomever lines up opposite them on the court. I mean, perhaps except Joe Monday in this case for Tennessee, but I mean, Kingsley has not been known for his double success over the season. Over the past season, throughout the course of his career, Tracy, again, I don't think played in the doubles lineup for the Buckeyes last season. It's an untested and, relatively new team, but certainly a lot of talent on that court. And you feel like if you're Coach Tucker, Coach Kronagi, anyone on that Ohio State staff, that you can coax enough good tennis shots out of both of those guys throughout the course of a match that you can find a victory with that much talent at the number 3 doubles position. And of course, you see the talent permeating throughout their doubles lineup. It doesn't slow down. In singles, I mentioned JJ Tracy, arguably the most improved player of the college tennis fall, quarterfinalist at both the All-American, the National Fall Championships, and he's not even, there's a world where he plays number 4 singles today, or maybe even number 5 if Coach Tucker gets up to his antics, because of course you look for this lineup for the Buckeyes, talent and experience at the top 3, Mate Vogtsel, Cannon Kingsley. You feel good about those 1, 2, no matter what order you play them in. Thus far, it's been Kingsley 1, Vogtsel 2, but those are 2 of your 15 best players, and on their best days, 2 of the 5 best players in all of men's college tennis. They're right there with Walton and Monday. That's a pick 'em at both the 1 and 2 spots. You probably draw it up as a split, but who knows what's going to happen. Simply will come down to who executes better on any given day. Of course, 3 and 4 for the Buckeyes. I mean, the combination of Tracy and Jake Van Emberg, who comes over from Oklahoma, having played in the top 2 and having had success in the Big 12 in a top, 2, top 3, top half singles position. He's now expected to play 3, 4 for the Buckeyes. I mean, he's going to be a prohibitive favorite in the majority of matches he plays this year. Feel good to have the transfer senior experience there in the middle of your lineup. Tracy, I mean, that he played 4 against Illinois, just a joke, speaks to the talent on this roster. Tracy at 4, you feel like a lock against just about anyone. Of course, 5, 6, I mean, James Trotter has played as many matches as any player, as any 3rd, 4th year out there in the country, has seen everything there is to see in college tennis, and to put him at 5 with his weapons and just how well-rounded his game is. I mean, come on now. You feel great if you're the Buckeyes. And then at 6, they've got options, whether it's Cash, who earns an 0-0 victory over Illinois, or, Jack Anthrup, the incredibly talented freshman, Justin Boulay, the hard-hitting lefty. This team's got options. I know I keep repeating that about both of these teams, but that's what you say. To be a top 5 team in men's college tennis this season, you have to have depth. You have to have versatility. As always, you got to have strength at the top, and you got to have pride and success and confidence that you're going to take the doubles point. And that's what makes this match so fascinating, is that both of these teams have all of these ingredients just about everywhere in the lineup. Again, if you're Tennessee, you don't care what Cash and Vogtsel. You're like, that's cute. You guys won the Fall All-American. You guys won the Fall Nats. That's cute. Guess what me and Pat Harper did if you're Adam Walton? We won the NCAA championship last spring. Talk to us when you've done that, Vogtsel and Cash. And then at 2 doubles, like Hud and Mitsui don't lose. Like, they've lost twice. Trotter and Boulay have lost once or twice. It's a pick 'em, right? Like, what are we supposed to do there as experts trying to analyze this? We're like, well, Hud's got the bit serve. Mitsui's probably the most athletic of the 3, but Trotter, Boulay, the continuity they have, and just they're at home. It's a pick 'em sort of match. Now, I think that's the one Tennessee's got to take if they're on the road here. Hud and Mitsui, that's got to be your duo that gets you 1/2 of the doubles point. And then you probably ride with Tennessee at 3 just because of the experience. And normally, again, Kingsley, Tracy, you say, wow, that's an overwhelming amount of talent at that number 3 spot. I don't know how anyone matches up. Well, guess what? Tennessee's got the options there. Joe Monday, All-American last season. Martin Prada, they go 17-6, I believe, at the number 2 doubles position last season, and now they're moved down a spot to number 3. Again, this is why you don't play the matches on paper, because if you did, we just wouldn't have a clear-cut solution for all of you. And so, this is why we are so excited to have this match on the broadcast, because of course, that's just the doubles breakdown. You look at the singles matchups, and if everything sticks to the course, Walton versus Kingsley, it's a pick'em. Monday versus Votzel, it's a pick'em. Now, Van Emberg, Tracy, you probably lean a little bit closer to Tennessee, given the way they've played over whomever it is lines up at 3 and 4, whether it's, Prada and Diaz or Prada and Hud at the same time, just given, Mitsui at 6. I don't care about the options Ohio State has. You like Mitsui at 6 always. If you're Tennessee, or at 5, you just like Mitsui in the bottom 2 spots of the lineup. But then they've got Trotter there. And so if it goes Diaz, Hud, Mitsui, I actually think that's the best singles configuration for Tennessee. And of course, we'll find out as soon as the match begins. But I mean, both of these teams, the depth, I would say every match is pretty much a pick 'em. The only one you probably lean Ohio State at number 3, just given Martin Prada still working his way back from injuries. But folks, through and through, this match is a pick 'em. That's all. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. Both of these teams playing well enough, playing confidently enough, and have the veteran experience to not be intimidated by, for Tennessee, going on the road, Ty Tucker Center, boisterous and vociferous Ohio State crowd. And, I'm here at the Cleveland Challenger. You're going to be able to hear that crowd in Columbus all the way here in Cleveland. I don't think Tennessee's going to be intimidated by that. What do they say? They're the rat pack, right? Rats stick together, or, the rats crawl out, or whatever their hashtags that Harper and Walton use. You know what rats aren't afraid of either? The crowds in Columbus. And so this Tennessee team's going to be ready for battle. They're going to thrive on that energy. At the same time, the Buckeyes see the number 1 ranking next to Tennessee's name. They're not intimidated. You're coming to Columbus. You're coming to the Ty Tucker Tennis Center. We're here to do a job. We're here to give you the business. And I honestly do believe that this this Buckeye team, by virtue of being at home, if this is a spread here, it's probably Ohio State wins this match 4-3 as the slight favorite, as the most likely outcome, simply because they are at home, simply because they do have, all the depth, and they're one of those rare teams with the sort of continuity and already proven success in doubles to not be intimidated in the slightest by the talent nor the success continuity of these Tennessee pairings. But this match is a pick 'em through and through, folks. It's impossible for me to make a pick, because simply put, whoever executes better today will win this match. And that's why all of us college tennis fans have reason to be excited. And that's why we are so thrilled again to be broadcasting this match played at the Ty Tucker Center. This is one of multiple matches we'll have throughout the year here, as we are so fortunate to have reached an agreement with the Big Ten, be able to cover the men's and women's programs each and every week throughout the course of the 2022 college tennis season. Now, unfortunately, I'm on the road fortunately, I should say, I'm on the road the next 2 weeks. I'm going to get to cover the national indoors for the women. I'm going to get to cover the national indoors for the men in Madison and Seattle, respectively. But our weekly Redzone broadcasts of the Big Ten will start every Sunday following the men's national indoors. Again, every Sunday for our Big Ten coverage. We are so excited to be providing this Redzone coverage, not only to all of these Big Ten schools, but hopefully to all of you college tennis fans. Consistency, something we know has been lacking in college tennis media over the years, whether it be from a broadcast perspective, whether it be from a coverage perspective. That's something we will continue to strive to alleviate here at Cracked Racquets. So your matchup today, number 1 Tennessee travels to Ohio State. They've braved the weather storm. Can they brave the Buckeye crowd and the Buckeye tennis team? That's the question we will see answered on today's broadcast. Boy, does it promise to be a fun one. And the Buckeyes hold serve on court number 1.
Let's try that again.
And the Buckeyes hold serve on court number 1.
A quick update for where we stand in this doubles opening point. The Ohio State Buckeyes lead 3-0 on court 1, 2-1 on court 2, and 2-1 on court 3.
Hey, good idea. Good idea. Come on. Thanks, BIG10. Oh yeah! I see you three! Oh yeah! We got Jumbo!
It's a big holding of serve here for Tennessee at number 2 doubles. Sure, Buckeyes will take it, and with that, a break at the number 3 doubles position. Sure. Buckeyes will take it. And with that, a break at the number 3 doubles position.
Obviously, that was not a break. That was a hold.
And the Buckeyes hold serve on court number 1.
All right, halfway through this doubles point, the Buckeyes are looking pretty strong. They have a 4-1 lead on 1, a 4-1 lead on 3, and are on serve 3-2 on 2. Let's go over to court 3 now and check out the action there.
Coach Mackay, Coach Woodruff, they'll take it. Hold here at the number 3 doubles position for Tennessee.
Good rip, Jay. Good rip.
All right, we're going to stick around and watch these break points here, but we are keeping an eye on court 3, where Ohio State is trying to close it out at 5-2. All right, let's head over to court 3 and see if Ohio State can close this one out. Okay, one day we will get this split screen feature, but for now it's also 5-2 on court 2. So we'll try and hop back and forth between courts 2 and 3 as we get closer to match points here. So keeping an eye on 2, sticking around on 3 for now. See if the Buckeyes can make a move here in this game. All right, let's hop over to 2. It's getting close there.
Bring it back, guys!
Wow, Cash wants another look at that one for sure. Buckeyes with another match point here on the deciding point of this game. Looks like Tennessee lives to fight another day on this court, so let's head back to court 3. Match point here for the Buckeyes on a deciding point. And there it is. First doubles match on the board goes to Ohio State on court 3, where Tracy and Kingsley win 6-2. Let's head back to court 2. All right, there it is. Ohio State takes the doubles point with wins on courts 2 and 3. We're going to head back out to Columbus here shortly. As soon as the singles get started, we're actually going to bring on a second host to help me steer the ship, because I'm a little bit all over the place trying to manage the stream and the commentary. So when we come back, I'll be joined by Chris Halioris. Stick around for the singles coming up in about 5 minutes. All right, sorry about that, folks. Chris Halliors is around here somewhere. We're trying to work out some audio difficulties. Until then, I'm still here with you, Daniel Westoff, steering the ship. Ohio State takes the doubles point on courts 2 and 3. They lead 1-0 against Tennessee. We'll start here on court 1, Volzel versus Walton. And after going down a break in the first opening game, Walton now has a chance to break back here. Deciding point on court 1. Big hold for Monte Volzel. He now leads 2-0 on court 1. Now let's head over to court 2 and check out the action there. Chance here for Monday to break back. And just like that, Monday breaks back, evens it up at 2-all here on court 2. Now we'll head over to court 3.
Okay, hopefully we've got all the technical difficulties worked out there, folks. Sorry about that. We're back here in Columbus on court 3. James Trotter, Martin Prada. Trotter out to a quick 4-love lead. Recap where we're at here. The Buckeyes taking the doubles point. And early on in singles here, they've got a double break lead here on 3. And then we're still fairly tight everywhere else. We'll catch a little action and we'll work our way around. Here we are over on court 4. Diaz and JJ Tracy. 2-all. We'll get a quick run through the courts here with Westhoff. Let's check and make sure all the serving icons are right. Looks like we've got the scoreboard indicates Diaz serving here. We'll see. It is, of course, wrong. That's JJ Tracy serving. Tracy gets the hold for a 3-2 lead. Westhoff, let's go on to court 5. Check out Emil Hudd and Robert Cash. Looks like maybe we've got our serving indicators backwards everywhere. Here we see Emil Hudd here serving 2-1, so he is up a break on court 5. So 1-2 Trotter closing in now 5-love in the first on court 3, trying to get a quick setup for the Buckeyes. Goulet leads 3-2 on 6. Vogtsel 3-1 on 1. Kingsley 3-2 on 2. Tracy, where we just left, a 3-2 lead. So the Buckeyes, good starts. The only singles match they're trailing in right now is this match right here. Ohio State with a break or at least on serve and leading in every other match on court right now. And a great passing shot there by Robbie Cash. Deuce point here. Cash trying to get back on serve. A really good early push from the Buckeyes here after taking the doubles point. Tennessee certainly not wanting to drop, 4 or 5 first sets. Hudd does manage to hold and keep his break lead, but it's the only break lead the Volunteers have right now. Let's move on next court. Let's go to 6. Westhoff, we'll check in here. Shinsuke Mitsui, Justin Boulay. Young freshman for Tennessee, super quick. Mitsui down an early break here, 4-2. Serve icon does appear to be correct here. Mitsui is receiving, so he's got 4 chances to get his break back and get back on serve for Tennessee early here.
Right there, David. Right there, baby.
This one of the matches, I'll say, We did call out Gruskin, Stakowiak, myself, all favored Ohio State at home. Tennessee is the #1 team in the land, but we give the edge to Ohio State at home. Our other Cracked Racquets guy, John J. Parsons, did say he thought there was a path for Tennessee, but that path was going to include 1-2 Mitsui and doubles. They didn't get doubles. So now, Jay, I think you're down to 1-2 Mitsui, obviously, and something else. And 1-2, I think, is a big ask, getting both of those guys. But this feels like a must match for Tennessee. You see Coach Mackay coming back there. Coach Mackay spent a lot of time with this freshman early in the year. And Mitsui gets that one down, and he's pumped. Boulay looked like that was out to the lefty forehand. Looked like he could have gone after that volley, thought better of it. Thought the ball was going to sail long. It didn't. Mitsui gets the break back, and we're back on serve, 4-3 here. And it does appear that we missed. Let's go to 3 real quick and make sure we did miss that on 3 there. It looks like Trotter indeed he did. Trotter, 6-love first set over Martin Prada. We have talked about this. Prada coming back off injury, maybe not in the form quite yet that he was in last year, but wow, that is a quick first set there for James Trotter. Go ahead. Let's go back to 1, if you will, Westhoff. On the changeover here.
Let's go, Tracy! Let's go, JG!
Here we go. Court 2 Monday. Johannes Monday, Cannon Kingsley. Looks like we've probably got the serving icon backwards here as well. We do. Cannon Kingsley serving. Into the sophomore, Johannes Monday. I expect we're going to see, much like we are seeing even in the Ohio State doubles lineup, where you see the #1 team in the nation of Cash and Voetzel playing 2 doubles. I expect we may see some more of this year as well, in terms of the 1 and 2 singles players for Ohio State. Kingsley, Voetzel may play musical chairs from week to week. We've been seeing Kingsley 1, Voetzel 2. Now we've got Voetzel 1, Kingsley 2. Nice ball from Kingsley deep into that Monday backhand there. Coach Woodruff with some words for Johannes, or Jomo as they like to call him. Kingsley had the entire court, chose to go down the line and then hit it long. But if you're going to do that, 40 love's the place to do it. Nice hold there. Stay on serve, 4-3 lead for Kingsley. Westhoff, let's go back to court 6. Couple 4-3 matches going right now. It's about as deep as we are, other than the Trotter first set that he already had. Oh. Almost the let court ace. I'm sure most of you watching know the men in college tennis play the lets. There are no lets. So you play them. Occasionally you'll see that first serve just trickle over for what we'll call that let court ace. Boulay quick enough to get there and make sure it wasn't an ace, but couldn't do a whole lot with it. 4-all here. Getting deep, this could be a matter of first break takes the set at this point. And a little flip-flop here for Ohio State as well. We've been seeing Boulay in front of Robbie Cash. Now we see Cash 5, Boulay 6 this time. Mitsui just so fast.
Come on, right here. Come on, baby.
Did see a question there from Scotty B. Oh, just long from Mitsui, yes. Blaise Bicknell, obviously we've not seen him yet in the Tennessee lineup. Don't know if he's eligible. Haven't gotten a word on that, but he was indeed playing the Cancun Futures this week. I think he lost first round, but we had noticed on Monday that he was playing down there, which made it pretty obvious. That was before he lost. Obviously made it obvious that he wasn't going to be in town for the match this weekend. So we're not sure what the status is there yet, but he is obviously not in Knoxville on campus, as he was down at the ITF Futures in Cancun this week. And I'm not sure, Westhoff, you might have a better idea. Caleb Diller's question there, if there was an issue with the scores or delay. I don't know if he's referring to us or maybe the live scoring, or just the fact that we are probably slightly behind live scoring because there's a slight delay in our broadcast behind the live scores. I'm not sure, Caleb. Some great athleticism there from Mitsui. Not a big guy, but very athletic. Brings up 3 break points. It's a big spot for Tennessee here. No prospects for a set on the board for them yet. This could be the first if he can get the break.
Come on, right there, Jamie. Great serve, man. Great serve. Way to go. Come on.
Coach Mackay looked like he wanted to go over and do a little more than just encourage Mitsui there, but that's all he had time for. That forehand from Boulay, I can't believe that wasn't a winner. And from Mitsui to get it back, but a great point. Boulay all the way back to deuce now. And as we watch this game, Emil Hudd is up a break now for Tennessee on court 5 at 4-2 in the first. The Vols trying to put together a couple first sets here. Great serve. Oh.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah!
I don't have the audio, so you folks are probably hearing more than me. I don't know who's watching. Obviously, Mitsui called it out. It looked like the call was going to go his way. Coach has come over. Clearly either an overrule or just a late call that the chair is not allowing. Either way, Justin Belay gets the hold for 5-4. Mitsui will need to hold to stay in the set. Let's go back to court 1, Westhoff. 3-all in the first, it looks like. Deuce point. Walton gets the hold. Boy, Trotter is just absolutely dismantling Martin Prada on court 3. Now 6-love, 2-love Trotter. Here we go over to court 2. Kingsley nets a ball to get this to deuce, a big 4-all deuce point.
Make him hit that backhand, bud.
Be interesting to see where Kingsley goes here into the big lefty. You'd think he'd come either down the tee or into the body here. There it is. Down the tee for an ace. Kingsley holds 5-4. Let's go to court 5. The one court Tennessee does have the break advantage here. Oh, and it looks like we just missed the end of that game. And we will go back to 6 again.
Right there, JB. In the nose, baby. In the nose. In the nose.
Mitsui's serving to stay in the set here at 4-5. Both of these guys have some wheels. This has got to be the quickest court out there. Get a chance between some first sets here. We'll do a little rundown on some of the scores, some big matches going around in college today. Obviously, as Alex mentioned in the intro, the Kentucky-Virginia match was canceled, but we've got a match with Georgia at NC State.
Come on. Come on.
Georgia and NC State playing this afternoon, as well as San Diego at Arizona. Good match out west. Wake Forest earlier today dispatched of UCF 4-0. Rough start for UCF this year. That missed, but Boulay is absolutely ripping that one-handed backhand right now. But that's a hold for Mitsui, and they're at 5-all. Let's see where, how about court 4, Westhoff? We haven't seen a lot of JJ Tracy. Diaz Tracy with the 5-4 lead. They are on serve. Diaz serving to stay in the set here. Diaz not fond of that call. Diaz, the UT Arlington transfer, was a staple at the top of their lineup. Obviously a little step up, coming the #1 team in the country now, getting some good playing time in the 4-5 spots for Tennessee. And that's a ball Tracy's got to make him play. Diaz applying a little pressure, but certainly not the best of approaches. Gave Tracy a very nice forehand up or backhand up in the shoulders he could have gone anywhere with. Diaz again looking to move in. Little too anxious. Maybe a little tight spot here for him now. 4-5, 30-all, must-hold game. That was out. Diaz got away with a fairly soft Tracy. Tracy tried to make him pay for that soft second. Did well to get him deep into that forehand corner, but Diaz put it back, and then Tracy just wide with the return. That looked to land on the line, setting up a deuce point, break point, set point here for JJ Tracy. Won't take it in the ad court. Big hold there. Diaz gets to 5-all. Tracy just a little long with that forehand. Let's see, Westhoff, let's go back to court 1. 4-all, 30-all here. Adam Walton serving. And we will keep an eye on all of these courts that are coming into the set. In particular, also, we'll watch court 2 where they're in the changeover, or just coming out of the changeover at 6-5. Heavy ball from Votzel there. Sets up a couple break points for him. Great forehand down the line from Walton. Gets him to deuce. A lot of big deuce points down the ends of these first sets. This is what you love about college tennis. No ad, deuce points, super, super pressure packed. And after this point, Westhoff will see this game, and then we will quickly move over to 2, where that court is coming potentially close to the end of that first set. Wow, what a pass from Adam Walton. Let's go to court 2, Westhoff. Walton holds, stays on serve at 5-4. Kingsley here has himself potentially 2 points from a set. But Big Jomo serving on serve, 5-6, 30-all. Good serve down the tee, just long back from Kingsley, brings up a couple chances for Jomo to send this to a first set tiebreak. And they do Westhoff. Let's go to court 6. Like we either have or yes, we do. We have set points here. 4 set points. Mitsui broke Boulay at 5-all, serving for the set. 4 set points now.
Hey, chill, just chill.
And that'll do it for the set there. The Volunteers on the board. That is their first set. Let's see. Let's go to court 5. Another one potentially coming to the end of a set here. Robbie Cash 5-4, but it is on serve. Emil Hudd serving. And that's Emil Hudd indoor tennis right there. Big serve, big forehand, big guy, great indoor game. It's a good ball down at the feet from Hud there. A couple points to get on serve at 5-all. Trying to keep our eyes on the breaker on court 2. Unfortunately, the scoreboard not cooperating. I know it was 6-all. It now shows 7-6 40 love. Clearly not the case. So we may check in there after this game. Although we do have a couple sets coming to the end. Hud gets the hold there. Let's go to court 4, Westhoff. Good rally from Diaz. Diaz here serving to stay in the set, try to force a breaker, as did Johannes Monday on court 2. It looks like we're going to see a lot of 7-5, 7-6 first sets here. Meanwhile, the only guy not playing that game, James Trotter, now 6-love 4-1 on court 3 for Ohio State. Without a miraculous turnaround, it looks like Ohio State in short order is going to be up 2-0 in the team duel here. That ball called wide, 6-all, and they will head to a tie break. Let's go ahead. Oh. Yeah, let's go to court 2, Westhoff. We'll catch this tie break. I think they're on the changeover in the tie break right now. Indeed, Jomo 4-2 in the tie break, just switching ends. 4-3 it says now. Good look at Coach Woodruff there. See all the coaches staying on these guys. That's a nice ball from Cannon Kingsley. Big serve from the lefty. Exactly what you needed, 5-4. 6-4 brings him a couple set points. This probably be more important on his serve. Does not want to let Cannon get the ball back on his racket, that's for sure. Backhand long from Monday, and he does just that. Kingsley gets the ball back on his racket. Still a set point, but now Kingsley serving at 5-6. Match points for James Trotter here, 4 of them. On court 3, 3 of them now. But this to give Ohio State a 2-0 lead in the match. And it looks like Kingsley did get his to go to 6-all, and they'll go to a changeover in that breaker. We'll come back and try to catch match point number 3 here from James Trotter. Third time's a charm. The ace wide from Trotter takes his match 6-love, 6-1 over Martin Prada. And the Buckeyes take a 2-0 lead as we head back to court 2 to watch the end of this breaker. 6-all, Kingsley with 1 serve coming. Cannon not happy with that ball. Monday now. His 3rd set point in this tiebreak. Double fault from Jomo. Back to 7-all. We've got set points potentially coming all over now. 7-all in a tiebreak here. Westhoff, keep your eyes on courts 4 and 5. Court 4, JJ Tracy leads 5-3 in a tiebreak. Court 5, Emil Hudd 6-5. Ball go long. Indeed it was. Monday drops both of his service points. Now Kingsley will get a set point on his serve. Pulls wide Monday after having multiple set points. Gives it to Kenan Kingsley. Let's go to court 4, Westhoff. Just in time to see JJ Tracy take a 6-4 lead in the breaker and give himself a couple set points. We'll closely watch the score line on court 5 as well. Robbie cashed a couple game points to send that set to a breaker. But should Hud get the next point and we go deuce, we'll have to try to flip back and forth on set points here. But 2 set points here for JJ Tracy. There it is. It's a set, and we got a deuce on court 5. Yes, thank you, Westhoff. Set point. Robbie Cash gets the break to send that one to a breaker. This is, wow, every court except for Trotter. We go 7-5 on court 6, a breaker on court 5, a breaker on court 4, a breaker on court 2. And we're not done yet on court 1. They're at 6-5, potentially going to a breaker as well. Let's go over to court 1, because they're just going to start this breaker here. Court 1, we see Redzone making a push to take the set and not let this get to a breaker. He's now got 3 set points to avoid a tie break. On his serve, he obviously got the break of Adam Walton at 5-all. Beautiful backhand inside out in that corner. Mate Redzone pumped up, takes the first set, 7-5. And we go back to court 5 for the tiebreak. Just long from Robbie Cash, but we have now had 7-5 or 7-6 first sets on 5 of the 6 courts. The lone exception being the Trotter match that's already done. These other 5 matches, folks, could go a while. We may see some 3-setters. I believe, there we go. I was going to say the play site clearly behind as we saw Hud grab 2 points in a row. So Robbie Cash did get the first point, Emil Hud the next 2. And we are on serve in the tie break. Cash serving 1-2. Hud just chips the forehand return into the net for 2-all. Cash, all chalk in the tiebreak. 3-2, everything to the server. Bigger set here probably for Emil Hud than it is for Robbie Cash. Ohio State leads 2-0. 5 singles matches on. 3 of the 4 that are completed in the first set. Ohio State took the first set. Tennessee with a lone set on court 6, trying to add a second first set here. The first mini break of the tie break goes to Robbie Cash. He takes a 4-2 lead. They'll change ends. We'll stay here. Every other court just coming into their start of their second set. A little a little further in on court 6. They finished a little earlier at 7-5. Shunsuke Mitsui leads there, 7-5, 2-1. The lone lead Tennessee has at the moment. Appreciate Coach Mackay putting the mask on for the camera there. Oh, too good. Robbie Cash made that look easy. That ball landed 6, 7, 8 feet inside the baseline. That was not as easy as it looks, folks. Emil Hudd is not a small guy, and to get that lob up and down that easily over Emil Hudd, great shot there from Robbie Cash. Too many breaks up. Now with the set on his racket and 2 serves here. And that's 1 right down the tee, barely, just enough to not be an ace. As Hudd just got a piece of frame on it. Robbie Cash now 4 set points to put a 5th first set on the board for Ohio State. Too good from Robbie Cash. That's 5 first sets for the Buckeyes. Let's wow, where do we go? Let's go back to court 1, Westhoff. First game, 30-all. Walton needs to hold, keep himself in it here. And we got a quick look. It'll be a little easier when they swap ends. I'm going to point out that Adam Walton deuce court serve. He brings the back foot across the center hash every time. Should be a foot fault. Will never be called. He gets it to deuce here. Both having a nice little discussion with Coach Tucker. Looked like it was along the lines of, I don't know why I hit the ball in that, Coach. Big hold from Adam Walton there. Doesn't want to go down an early break in the second. Keeps himself in the match. Let's go to court 2, Westhoff. Kingsley up a quick break here. What Walton had managed to avoid, Johannes Monday has not.
He doesn't want to hit backhand.
And Monday finds himself in a big predicament here. Got that last point, but was facing 3 break points to go down. Double break in the second. Monday does fight back to deuce. Oh. Evidently, the scoreboard was behind. That was to hold. Or I read it backwards, and it was 40-30 his way, which is probably the case. Let's get a look in on court 6, Westhoff. This is the furthest along in the second set. Potentially, if Mitsui can hold, the next point to go on the board and the first point, the only first set Tennessee managed to take. Tennessee some work to do to try to flip one of the top 5 courts.
Right there, Jamie! Come on, Jamie!
Great lob there from Boulay. And I say one of the top 5 courts. Tennessee needs to flip 3 of those top 5 along with Mitsui holding here at 6 to find a path to 4 points. Looks like a tall order right now, but it's a long way to go.
Come on, JJ Tracy! Come on, JB! Right here, JB! Right there, JB!
Oh, nice ball deep into that forehand corner.
Pump yourself up. Come on.
Boulay setting himself up with 3 shots here to get that break back and get back on serve.
Right there, Bobby. I see it, Bobby.
Oh, Boulay just trying to muscle that backhand down the line.
Come on, JB.
Gets a little encouragement between points. Nice serve there from Mitsui, fighting back from the 15-40 hole, getting it to deuce. See where Boulay looks like he wants to stay. Right there. If I'm Mitsui, I go right back to the same spot, right down that tee to his backhand. A little more in closer to the body, but second serve look now for Boulay.
Right there, Jamie. Use it. Use it, Jamie.
Mitsui double faults the break back. All that fighting just to get broken back. Let's go back to court 2, Westhoff. We'll check back in with these guys. 3-1. Cannon Kingsley with the first set tie break has taken an early break lead here. Monday's not been able to get back, and Kingsley been putting some pressure on the Monday serve. Ball looked wide. It was a double fault from Jomo, 15-30. Oh. That's big boy tennis right there. Deep, deep balls from both of them. Monday just slaps the forehand winner down the line. And just a little early on the play site feed there. Now it's break point. We could get these guys to get the serving indicator right. Our break point indicators would actually be right too. But this feels like a must point for Johannes Monday. Cannot go down double break. And he doesn't. Big inside in forehand down the line. Gets the hold. Let's see. Let's go over to court 5. Early look here. One of the last, or it was the last first set to finish. Well, we're on a changeover. How about court 6, Westhoff? We're probably on a changeover there as well. Yep. That just finished. Let's go court 4. JJ Tracy looks like he just got the hold for 2-all in the second here. But hey, it's not a changeover. We've got action. Nice little pickup volley there from Diaz, but sat up too much. Tracy easily puts that one away. Diaz getting frustrated there. Big spot of trouble here for Diaz. Love 40. I neglected to get the look around at the other scores. We'll do that after this game. We'll switch to another court, and I'll give a little update elsewhere around the country. And there's the break from J.J. Tracy. Takes a 3-2 lead in the second. Westhoff, let's go back to court 6, furthest along here in the second.
Hey, good point. That's a good point, David.
We see Justin Boulay there on serve at 3-4 for Mitsui in the second. A quick look around. We've got Georgia, NC State. NC State took the doubles point. Georgia gets a couple straight set wins on courts 3 and 4. Remember, that's an indoor 4-court facility, so only 4 courts on there. They just finished courts 1 and 2 in a third set. So courts 5 and 6 should be getting going there. Ball wide for Boulay. Mitsui gets the hold. 4-all in the second. So that was a 2-1 Georgia lead. NC State up a break in the third on court 2 at 4-2, 2-all in the first, and the third on court 1. South Carolina blanked Clemson. Arizona had a tricky match with San Diego. San Diego took the doubles point, took a straight set match on court 6, but Arizona then ran off courts 2 through 5. A lot of 7-6, 7-5 matches there as what sets in that match as well on every court, 2, 3, 4, and 5 they were, but Arizona a 4-2 win over San Diego. It looks like it might have been 5-2. They haven't indicated, but it looks like Zieverts might have taken the third set off August Holmgren there. No indication of a point, but it does show 6-4 in the third for Zieverts.
Right there, David.
Here Mitsui got the first point on the Boulay serve, but now 15-all. Mitsui, if he can find a break, 2 games away from getting the first point on the board for Tennessee.
Here we go, boys. David.
Adam Walton has opened up a break lead on court 1, so there's 1 of the 3 they've got to flip in the top 4 of the top 5. But Robbie Cash has gone up a break on Emil Hudd. And it looks like Johannes Monday got the break back on Cannon Kingsley and may actually have points to go up a break himself. He was down 3-1 there. It now shows I see Monday up 4-3, or maybe that was just to get to 4-3. It was just to get to 4-3. But Monday got his break back. That Boulay one-hander just not consistent enough. Mitsui gets enough balls there. He can take advantage. The problem is Boulay likes to hit that so hard that it's a very high-risk, high-reward ball for him. Oh, Mitsui wants that one back.
That's the ball you want.
3 chances to break and serve for the match. Just hits an unforced ball wide. Still 2 chances, though, and you see Coach Mackay run out there. Obviously, Little advice for the freshman on what he should be doing here. Now a good look at a second serve. Great rip forehand down the line for Justin Boulay to get to deuce.
One good one, JB. Come on, man. Play serve. One good one. Go up for that serve. Come on, get up for it. You got it. Come on, step.
There it is, the racket toss from Justin Boulay. Mitsui gets the break, takes the 5-4 lead, and will serve for the set and the match and try to get the first point. Coach Kranagi, they're not exactly happy with the racket toss and probably the attitude and general behavior of Justin Boulay right there. Meanwhile, it looks like our buddy Gruskin, who's doing some MC work out at the Cleveland Challenger, getting a great match of his own. Former college standout Lexi Galarno, who played for NC State, playing Michael Moe right now in the quarterfinals. They have split sets. 7-6 Galarno, 6-3 Michael Moe. They're going to the third. Hope you're having fun out there, Alex. We come back here on court 2, where we see indeed Johannes Monday did get his break back, has avoided twice in his first 2 service games going down double break here in the second, and has now managed to get it back on serve, trying to keep this alive. Meanwhile, Adam Walton on court 1 with a 4-1 lead. This could be that time, as Gruskin always likes to say, there's always that 10-minute push from the other team. You know it's coming. If it's going to come, Tennessee needs it now. Dropping 5 first sets and the doubles point. That's just almost unfair. The big lefty sliced down the tee. Oh. Called wide, evidently, by Cannon Kingsley. And he takes advantage after a long rally. Gets an unforced error from the Monday backhand into the net. 15-30 now. And even though he's been managing to hold, it seems like this has been the story in the second set on every service game for Johannes Monday. Under pressure every time. So far, though, he's been able to hold. Let's see what he can do here at 15-30. Too good there. Nice wide serve out to that Kingsley backhand. He couldn't get the ball back in the court. 30 all. once again, Jomo under pressure is going to face a couple break points here. I don't know if it's the pace or the combination of pace and depth from Kingsley, but Jomo just too many unforced errors into the net. Fights off the first. Nice inside out forehand there after he got the short ball. Gets it to deuce. Kingsley wants the deuce court. Kind of asking for it here with this slice down the tee from Jomo. Let's see where he goes. And Jomo goes wide. Flat wide ace from Jomo to hold. Takes the 5-4 lead in the second. And let's swing over to court 6. Uwe got the break back there. Did not let Mitsui put the point on the board. 5-all.
Sorry, Justin. Awesome. Come on.
Keep our eyes posted on court 1. Adam Walton now a 5-1 lead. So if we get to set points there, although votes are up 40-15 right now. So if we get close to set points, we will switch there. Also keep an eye, 5-2 JJ Tracy. We may have some match points coming on court 4. In fact, let's go ahead and switch to court 4. JJ Tracy here. And indeed, we do have match points. Tracy 7-6, 5-2. Now 40-30. Serving 2 match points on the racket of JJ Tracy to give Ohio State a 3-0 lead. JJ Tracy thought he won the match. He calls the ball out. Diaz with some fist pumps. Clearly, Tracy was overruled. The pass down the line was good, and we'll go to deuce. One more match point here. Diaz takes advantage of that second serve, hits the return winner, staves Tracy off, at least for now. Tracy up a double break, now just a single break, 5-3. And we did indeed miss Adam Walton taking the second set. He came back, evidently, then I'm not even sure who was serving there, but it was 40-15 Voetzel. Walton gets the last 3 points, takes the second set, so they have now split. Let's go back to, yes, there we go. Thank you, Westhoff. Court 6, 5-all. Boulay serving down a couple break points here. Did I say he was fast? How ridiculous was that? Those wheels from Shinsuke Mitsui. Another break. That's 3 breaks in a row on this court now. Mitsui broke for 5-4, served for the match. Boulay broke him back. Mitsui now breaks for 6-5, will once again serve for the match and try to get a point on the board. And we're back on court 2 here. Looks like we've got a little dispute. Cannon serving 30 all. Monday not happy about something. You folks probably have the audio along with it. I do not have the audio in my ear. I can only see Cannon Kingsley pleading with the chair for something, saying that it wasn't called loud enough. Got to pay attention to my messages on the side. Thank you, John J. Parsons. Zeverts did indeed win that match, so it was 5-2 Arizona. Monday's still going on. Evidently, if he's claiming it wasn't called loud enough, Cannon in the deuce court, so that must have been to get to 30 all. Monday's got to regroup here. He's only 2 points from a set. He's got to let that go. Well, I'm not sure what happened there. Just saw the 1 point, and all of a sudden it's 5 all. So either that, and it couldn't have been a 40-30 point in the deuce court. Maybe that was a deuce point. I don't know. Kingsley acting as if it was, but indeed it's now 5 all. Monday serving, and we'll move back to court 6, where Mitsui's serving yet again for the match. And yet again, love 30, trying to close out a point. And somehow we managed to miss. J.J. Tracy broke Diaz on court 4. It is now 3-0 Ohio State. And yes, it is close. Whether or not Mitsui can get the point here, it is close on court 5. Robbie Cash, 5-1, could close it out for a 4-0. We'll watch this point, and then I think we will flip over as Robbie Cash could clinch the match there. Delay with a 3 break points. Let's go ahead and move over to court 5. 7-6, 5-1, Robbie Cash. Emil Hud serving, but down double break. Got a hold here just to keep it alive. Certainly got to like where you're at if you're a Buckeye. 3-0 in the match. A set and 5-1 here on court 5. Nice ball from Hud there, 30-15. If Hud manages to hold here, we could find ourselves in a race to clinch. If Kingsley holds, Kingsley at 5 all in the second, up a set on 2. Should he hold for 6-5, he would have a chance to clinch, as well as Cash here having a chance to clinch. Those are the only 2. Just not enough on that approach from Emil Hud. Too much court open for Robbie Cash. 30 all. HUD trying to stave off being the clinch here. 40-30. Kingsley still in his 5-all service game at 40-30. They are in a breaker over here on court 6. Doesn't look like that will matter. The best they can do is get a point on the board. But Cash a 5-2 lead on court 5. Kingsley at deuce on court 2. Certainly looks like Robbie Cash is going to be the deciding point. Has his chance anyway. Will serve for the match at 5-2. If he does so, probably going to beat Mitsui to the punch, trying to put a point on the board for Tennessee. And we will go back to court 5 and watch Robbie Cash serve for the match and a 4-0 win if he can do so for Ohio State. And look, we said this on our live show last night. You gotta feel like the winner of this match is probably the 1 seed at indoors. Obviously, if it was Tennessee already being the number 1 team, they would be the 1 seed. Ohio State, not number 2 in the polls, but with a win, you had to feel like it might drive them up to the 1 seed. And if indeed they finish it off the way that ball's wide, 30 love Cash. If they finish it off 4-0 in decisive fashion over Tennessee, you've got to like the chances for them being a 1 seed. Clearly, they're a top 3. You would certainly hope, but I would make them the 1 seed. Good approach from HUD there. That's the HUD game plan. Obviously, hasn't all gone his way today. Get the ball deep, get in on it. Just been leaving Robbie just too much space and balls that are too easy to get by him for the most part on those approaches today. But he can't stop now. Oh, what? Those hands from Cash. HUD had a clear pass down the line. Cash anticipated, stuck the racket out, got it back. HUD didn't have the same reflexes. And now here we are. Triple match point, Robbie Cash, to try to put Ohio State ahead 4-0. Don't know if they're playing clinch, assuming they are. Not sure Cash a big fan of the slow walk to retrieve that ball from the net from Emil HUD. What happened? We missed Cannon Kingsley clinching the match, Westhoff. Kingsley held, got up 15-40 on court 2. Robbie Cash at match point. Doesn't get to finish. Kingsley clinches the match with a 7-6, 7-5 win. What a match, folks. What a match. Hey, well, obviously this is the first of many this year. Be tuning in, Cracked Racquets live. We'll be having a lot of these. Gruskin, unfortunately, at the Cleveland Challenger, doing his work there. We'll get to see some more of him this week. But Big Ten, lots of Big Ten matches this year. We showed it last night. I think starting February 27th, we'll be having every Sunday live broadcast Big Ten match of the week. We'll be at all the Big Ten schools. Tune in then. But for today, big win for Ohio State. 4-0 on the verge of 5 for Robbie Cash, who could have put it out of reach there with another point. What can you say? They've got to be one of the top couple seeds for indoors. Big win for Ohio State. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll hopefully get Gruskin back on the mic. As always, a big shout out to Westhoff on the 1s and 2s, doing all the work in the studio. And until next time, folks, you've been watching Cracked Racquets. Thanks again.